In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Another lecture is presented regarding the understanding of the Quran, introducing the Holy Quran. This is the final lecture concerning the introduction of the Quran. After this, God willing, we will begin the interpretation and explanation of the Holy Quran, starting with Surah Al-Fatiha. We will present the entire Holy Quran to you in the form of small lectures, which will be beneficial for people of all ages, including children, young people, men, and women. With the help of these, you will be able to understand the Holy Quran easily. So, let's proceed to the final lecture regarding the introduction of the Quran. Today's lecture poses the question, what does the Holy Quran demand or require from us? Or, what should be the relationship between the Quran and humans? Understand that we need to seriously reflect on the extent and nature of our relationship with the Holy Quran. If we consider the forms of decline of the Muslim Ummah, all the underlying reasons converge on the fact that we have neglected the divine commandments and the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and similarly the rights of the Holy Quran, which include believing in it and consciously accepting its commandments with all our heart and soul, and recognizing what it declares as lawful, and what it declares as unlawful, and neglecting to convey its message to others. We have ourselves created all these forms of decline that have been the cause of the downfall of the Muslim Ummah. In every era, we need to ascertain what the true essence of believing in the Holy Quran is. Let's focus on this for a moment. The essence of believing in the Holy Quran is to accept its commandments as the ultimate purpose, without any hesitation. This is the final book of Allah Almighty, which holds equal significance for all humans until the Day of Judgment. If the essence of Allah's religion from the beginning of human history to the Day of Judgment is to be summarized in one sentence, it is expressed in a single Quranic verse: worship Allah and do not associate anything with Him. This is the fundamental teaching of the Holy Quran, which I have repeatedly introduced in my previous lectures, as the purpose of human creation being the servitude to the Lord. No nation in the world is as fortunate as the one that possesses a book like the Muslim Ummah does, that is, the Holy Quran. And no nation is as unfortunate as the one that remains reluctant to recognize and connect with such a great book. Here, it might occur to us that the respect we show towards the Quran is evidence of our appreciation and recognition of it, to the extent that, if an oath is required for an important matter, we consider no book more worthy of an oath than this one. We place this book in a high place in our homes, and we do so with special care. We take pride in wrapping it in a cover, touching it to our eyes, and kissing it. When one of us departs from this world, we arrange their farewell through it. And if in our minds the Quran is meant to recognize and connect with the Holy Quran, is this all there is? Then my question to you is, are these the only purposes of the revelation of the Holy Quran? I am not, God forbid, talking about diminishing respect for the Quran here. It is indeed true that no amount of respect for this book is ever enough. However, we cannot hide behind this respect and ignore the true objective and purpose of its revelation. Therefore, it is essential to understand what right the Quran has over us and what it demands from us. If we do not recognize its rights and do not understand its demands, then all those forms of respect I mentioned above. Despite all this, we will continue to depart from this world as an unfortunate nation, known for undervaluing a great book like the Quran. The manner in which we respect the Quran may be correct in its own right, but it certainly does not fulfill the rights and demands of the Quran, because the Quran is a book of revolution, which under the leadership of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, guided and brought about a global revolution, demonstrating its reality that it is not just a book of reward, but indeed a book of revolution. Here, the question arises as to what rights the Quran has over us. So, let's understand this as well. Know that the foremost right of the Quran upon the Muslim Ummah is to have faith in it. Now, the thought might be nagging in our minds, whether we do not have faith in the Quran. In response to this, I would say that the completion of faith is achieved through action, after verbal affirmation. Therefore, we can say that faith is not merely a verbal claim, but it is associated and connected with acting upon the Quran, which the Prophet, peace be upon him, himself demonstrated practically. This is also the demand of Allah Almighty and His Messenger, peace be upon him, from us. This point is expressed in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 121, in the following manner: those to whom we have given the book, read it as it should be read. They are the ones who truly believe in it. And those who adopt an attitude of disbelief towards it are indeed the ones who incur loss. Similarly, in Surah Ibrahim, verse 1, Allah Almighty says, O Muhammad, this is a book which we have revealed to you, so that you may bring people out of darkness into light. Let's pause here and consider whether, as the Muslim Ummah, we are living in darkness or in the light that the Quran has envisioned for us, meaning the light of guidance. We must answer this question ourselves, reflecting upon it for contemplation. We leave it to you to understand that the Quran is the divine book that serves as a means to lead people out of misguidance. It is a strong rope of Allah, a firm and strong reminder, and a straight path. Here we must ponder whether all the sources of guidance we follow are not apart from the Quran. Here you and I must consider whether we take guidance from the Quran to lead our lives. I leave the answer to this question to myself and to you. As Muslims, our situation is such that despite having this established and acknowledged guide, we read books from all over the world, yet we do not have the opportunity to benefit from this Quran. And to make matters worse, a few individuals from our so-called leadership put some members of the community in difficulty by saying that understanding the Quran is beyond the capability of the common person. The truth is that we have turned this book into a means of earning reward rather than a book of guidance. This book was revealed for the living, but it has been reserved for the dead, resulting in us being deprived of its guidance and light, despite the Quran being a source of illumination. Here, I wish to unveil another truth in the light of a blessed hadith. It is narrated by Hazrat Abu Sa'id Khudri, may Allah be pleased with him, that I will summarize a lengthy hadith. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that a group among you will emerge, who will recite the Quran, but it will not go beyond their throats. They will exit Islam as swiftly as an arrow leaves the bow. In another lengthy hadith, the Prophet, peace be upon him, warned the Muslim Ummah that a time will come when people will be reading the Quran, but it will not go beyond their throats, meaning it will not reach their hearts. It will merely be an exercise of the tongue and throat. There will be no difference in the pronunciation, but they will neither be familiar with its meaning, nor will they feel its essence, nor will they know its commandments, nor will they have the inclination to act upon it. Here we must understand what it could mean for the Quran not to go beyond the throat. You see, regarding the corruption of religion, all the ailments such as polytheism, hypocrisy, immorality, or any spiritual diseases, all reside in the human heart, and the cure for all of them is the Quran. Now, if the Quran, which is the cure for the heart's ailments, does not go beyond the throat and reach the heart, which is the abode of diseases, then is it possible to treat the ailment? Here, we must seriously consider the extent and nature of our relationship with the Holy Quran. Is it not the case that we have forgotten it and have closed the paths for it to go beyond the throat, turning it merely into a book of recitation? We maintain our relationship with the Quran only verbally, but our actions reflect a disconnection from it. We need to change our approach, establish a true relationship with the Quran, and move beyond the status quo to understand it. Alongside this, we must commit to acting upon it, because it is this very book that influences human life and transforms a person into a completely honest and truthful human being. However, for this, it is essential that we extend a hand of sincere friendship and genuine connection with it. Without establishing this friendship and connection, we will remain acquainted with it only as a book for recitation, but we will miss out on its true impact. We claim that the Quran is ours, and we belong to it, but the reality is the opposite. The truth is that the Quran is ours, but we do not belong to it. We need to belong to it, understand it, and act upon it, because this is the book that seats us on the thrones of leadership in the world, and can create the conditions for our success and intercession with Allah. This is the discussion related to today's lecture, in which we have understood what the Quran demands or expects from us, or what the relationship between the Quran and humans should be. Alhamdulillah, today's lecture is complete. After this, in the next lecture, we will start with Surah Al-Fatiha, and we will cover its translation, interpretation, and introduction. From this platform, I invite you to come towards understanding the Holy Quran. This is the word of Allah, revealed in accordance with human nature, and it is a very easy book. To understand the Holy Quran, we have started an excellent series on Quran comprehension, which will consist of short lectures. So, let's understand the Holy Quran through these short lectures. My mission is to spread the knowledge of the Holy Quran to every corner of the world. I aim to deliver it to every corner of the world, but I cannot do this alone. I need your help if this message touches your heart, and if you believe in spreading the light of the Quran to the world. Then please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it. Together we can reach those who are searching for the right and true path, who wish to improve their afterlife. See you in the next lecture. Until then, take great care of yourself. May Allah protect you, peace be upon you, and the mercy of Allah.